Very good evening to all of you. Today we will be starting with a very exciting and very practical topic which will be used in our day-to-day life once we get placed. But before we start, I just wanted to check, is there anyone who is joining for the first time today? Do we have anyone joining for the first time? No. Great. Okay. So let us get started. So what is product backlog management? Okay. So before I start explaining this interesting topic, let me check with you that what is your understanding of product backlog? Okay. So when we say product backlog, what does it what kind of understanding or what kind of thoughts you get in your mind? With this say simple English words, product backlog. Forget about management, we will learn that later. Yeah. Anyone in any English term, if someone says that's a product backlog, or even that is backlog, before we get started, what do we understand?
It's a list of requirements.
Okay. So, okay, you're giving me agile definitions. Okay, it's a list of requirement, but I'm asking in simple English. Right now, do not focus on BA. Sorry, Scrum agile understanding. If someone says, okay, I have a backlog of work or I have backlog of something, what do we understand?
list
L-
list of work.
Remaining work.
Yes, both of you are correct. So it is a list of remaining work if we put it in the right words. Yeah. So basically, it's a work that is pending, and it is that list, or that is the collation of the all the activities which are still not and which have still not happened or which are to do, right? So
Mm.
that is our product backlog. So in same sense, in agile also, we have this concept. So but only in agile, it is not that we have not it is something pending or it is not done. It is something that the requirements will be considered going forward, or it is the requirements which are still to be worked upon. Very much similar to the real life. So whatever you have mentioned, pending to do, that is still applicable here. Okay. Let us understand how do we manage it. Okay. So can you see this iceberg kind of shape? Yeah, it is actually an iceberg. Let me enlarge that for you. Is it visible properly to you right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Super. Okay. So what we can see from this iceberg is, first of all, uh, any fact or any, I would say, trivia anybody wants to share about iceberg. Are you aware of it, or should I mention any interesting trivia about iceberg? Why the iceberg picture is there? There is a reason behind it. Yes. Even
Prioritize our works.
sorry.
Prioritized the work.
Prioritize the work is fine. It's like you're talking from product backlog point of view. I'm asking, as we have this image of iceberg, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a reason behind using iceberg. So there is a very interesting thing about iceberg.
I,
Is
I I'll just
anyone aware of it?
I'll just guess. I don't know exactly how the iceberg melts the works we done.
Okay,
Just
that's it. That's actually interesting. That's actually interesting. Yes. But that is not the trivia we are looking for. But thank you for the guess. Anyone else? Only one chance. Anyone wants to? I mean, that's an interesting trivia. Okay. So before let's not
Uh,
spend too much time on guessing. Yeah, yeah. Someone was saying something.
like high performance or
Performance with iceberg. How do you correlate that? Mhm. Okay.
Only
Okay,
small,
fine. Thank you. Only.
small portion of iceberg is visible. The majority is submerged.
Yes. Thank you so much, Aparna, and thank you guys for guessing. I'm glad you at least put something forward. So here, if you could see, can you see this shape here? Yes.
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 That means this is the water level. Okay. And here is the iceberg that you can see visible. Okay, that is above the water, above the sea level. But the beauty or the dangerous part, if I will call it, of iceberg is that generally 70 or more percent iceberg is below water than the above water iceberg percentage. So that means, and I mean, I have always associated iceberg with either with North Pole, Alaska, or with Titanic movie. Okay, I mean, as a kid, I had seen that, and I associated iceberg with that. So even in that, the iceberg that you see above the water might look very small, or it generally is smaller than what is below the water. So always remember this fact. And why are we associating with this fact is because whatever our future releases or future work or backlog items are there, those will always be, at the beginning especially, those will always be higher and bigger than what are we currently working on, right? Like for example, I'll give you a very basic, extremely simple example. Imagine you are a student, okay, a school going student, and you have started working on your syllabus, okay, and your exam is after 1 month. So today when you start, okay, or maybe after a couple of days when you are already studying on your multiple subjects. So tell me, the remaining portion is bigger or the completed portion is bigger in quantity? Bigger means the studied part is more, or the to be studied part is more after 1 week or at the beginning,
To be studied part will be more than the study.
right? To be studied part will be more because you just started. Thank you for the answer, first of all, because you just started studying now, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. When we start product backlog management, that time our future releases, our future work, our pending work items are far more than what we have released or what are we currently working on. Okay. So here, if you could see future releases, as of now, we have mentioned them as low because they might be in low in priority. That's why they are kept, for the future or for the later development. Currently, whatever you are working on, or especially what you have delivered, the current iteration, the current sprint is of high priority, right? So current sprint, current iteration and release, these are high priority. Can you see this, guys? I'm just trying to. I'll use this. Can you see this? This portion?
Yep.
yes.
Yes. This is of high priority. And this is for future. This is for low priority. So everyone with me on this?
Yes.
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 Super. Now, may I request you to read the text mentioned on the right hand side? 4 points, 4 different people, please. Go ahead.
The product backlog is owned by the product owner and reviewed during the sprint planning meeting. You want me to read all the four? Are you able to hear me, Prerna?
Sorry, I just realized I was on mute. No, we can have different people, right? Everyone is there today. So
Sure.
yeah, second point, somebody else, third, four different people. Go ahead.
It's important that product owners describe the task in clear, customer focused language without technical specifications.
All product backlog items are estimated by developers.
Their estimations determine the number of items that will be selected for the upcoming sprint.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading it out. So these are four different points which are trying to describe about product backlog. Okay. So what the first point says, as simple as it sounds, that it is owned by the product owner and reviewed during the sprint planning meeting. Okay. Till now, we have understood that before every sprint, we have a sprint planning meeting. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
everyone aware of it? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So in that sprint planning meeting, we discuss about the product backlog, that okay, what are the pending items, what we will be working on, what is the priority, when is customer expecting us to work on that. So that is what is product backlog it- items, and that we discussed in the sprint meeting. And the most important part in this is it is managed by product owner. Okay. Now remember this might be a direct or indirect interview question, that who manages product backlog items. Okay. So that is your product owner, who is the one who manages the product backlog. Also, there is one trick question asked multiple times, that can there be multiple product backlogs? Okay. So the answer to it is, see, I'm not saying that anyone might ask you directly, but these things are important for you to know, even for your reference. Okay. So when someone asks you, can we have multiple product backlogs? So the answer to it is advisable not to have multiple product backlog, because it is not, it is very difficult to maintain multiple copies, and it is also not easy to manage them, because you have to keep making changes in multiple copies or multiple product backlog items. So always it is advisable, or it is beneficial to have one only one product backlog, you know and that is to be managed by product owner. That is also why product owner, because we need one person who is solely responsible for the product backlog management. Okay. So there should not be any scenario where somebody might say, hey, you had to update the product backlog, but you did not do that. The other person might say, oh, I did it, you did not check. So we don't want that ambiguity, or we don't want that responsibility not being taken by multiple people. So hence, to avoid this conflict, or to avoid this mess, before it happens, we have ensured, Scrum or Agile has ensured that we will, though there will be only one person, that is your product owner, that will manage and own the product backlog. And when I say own, that means it is his or her responsibility. Okay, nobody else will come and update that. And by the way, product backlog is like, what I call it is like Gita, Bible, Quran. So it is the go-to, repository of the requirements, wherein it has to be updated, it has to be always perfect with the latest and as per order requirements. Okay. So that is your product backlog. Second point is, product owners needs to describe their task in clear, customer focused language. When I say clear customer focused language means whatever the customer has asked for, whatever is their requirement is, that needs to be mentioned in clear and simple words. When I say clear, that means there should not be any ambiguity, there should not be any confusion. Even as a layman, if somebody reads those requirements, they should be able to understand. That means no jargon and no fancy words. It has to be very simple and yet practical that anyone could understand. See, these product backlog items will be checked by business analysts. Those will be checked by our development team, testers, everyone and anyone who is working on these items, right? Who is working on this requirements. Hence, it is product owner's duty. It has to be very clear and very straightforward to understand. Okay. Next point is all these items are estimated by the developers. When I say estimated, that means, see now, again, the simple example of our exam preparation schedule. So it was your exam and you had prepared the schedule before the exams. So you yourself, as you were going to give the exam, so you yourself had allotted different timings for different subjects or topics. Yes or no? Like for example, if you were assuming you were good in languages, okay, so you gave less amount of, like you gave, like, if there were 10 chapters in English and you were quite comfortable with this subject and you were good in that, so you just allocated, say, per se 2 to 3 days for this, even though it had 10 subjects. But then when you realize that maybe maths or science is not your strength, or it is not your favorite subjects and you have to give more time, then with the similar syllabus you could have given a week or more time. Yes or no? Are you with me on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, are you getting the example? So it is your responsibility, it is your take, because you as a student will give the exam. So same way, same pattern, absolutely on the similar grounds, as developers, as they are implementing the logic, as they are working on the logic, they have to give the estimates. Okay. And by the way, it's a very practical and real life realistic approach that whosoever is working on the project is giving the timeline. So uh, we as a team, we as an entire team, development team, or even product owner and scrum master gets the real idea that, okay, developers are saying, and it's a collective approach. Okay, there is not only one person who is coming forward and saying, okay, okay, this will take this time, this will take that, this requirement will take that much amount of time. Absolutely no. So it is a collective decision wherein everyone comes in, discusses the requirement, the dependencies, the complexities, the technical aspect, the functional dependencies, anything and everything that they want to understand and learn about the requirement. And then they come up with the solution, or they come up with the timelines. Everybody with me on this? Any doubts till now?
No.
No.
Okay, super. And the last point says that their estimations determine the number of items that will be selected for the upcoming sprint. So as we have learned about the study example, same way, if the development team sees that there are some technical or I would say developmental complexities, it is a complex logic to develop, so they will take less number of items for development and they will start working on that. Whereas if they say the requirements are easier, they're easy to implement and they are smaller in nature, then there will be multiple product backlog items that will be part of this sprint. Okay, so it all depends on implementation, it all depends on the complexity, it all depends on the strength of the team, it all depends on their skill level. So there are multiple factors to determine this. Okay, so that is how we manage product backlog item. We will continue that in the next slide as well. Just go further. So before understanding or while understanding how to manage it, let's understand what is product backlog. Okay, so there are 5 items. Can I request 5 different people who might not have spoken till now to read it, please? Yeah, one by one, go ahead.
The product backlog is a list of functionalities, technical requirements, enhancements that are maintained and managed by the product owner.
If something is missing from the product backlog, it does not exist. So if a product exists, its product backlog also exists.
Okay, next person, go ahead.
Product backlog is never complete. The product backlog is dynamic.
Yes, the last point, please.
It changes constantly during work progress because new ideas or functionalities appear. Some of them change or move up or down the backlog list.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reading it out. So yes, these are some of the important features of product backlog. What it says is, first of all, product backlog is a list of functionalities, technical requirements, enhancements that are maintained and managed by the product owner. So we have fairly discussed this point. Any doubt in this? So it is requirements, it is functionalities, it is in detail to do things that the customer has given, and it is maintained and managed by product owner. Okay, it's a very simple, straightforward statement. Next is, which is very interesting. If something is missing from the product backlog, it doesn't exist. Okay, so if a product exists, its product backlog also exists. That simply means, okay. Now, for example, taking the same example of your exam, because it's a very relatable and very practical, scenario to study. So, you have, assuming you had 7 subjects to study, and you studied the 7 subjects, right? Okay. If no one told you that there was an additional subject, will you be able to study for that? Maybe you had AI, okay, just assumingly as per the latest technology, you had artificial intelligence as a subject, but it was never mentioned or introduced as a subject to you. So if that is not told to, that students are not aware about that subject, so will that subject will be, will there be an exam of that subject if that is not being told or taught to students?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No, simply no, right? Because students are not even aware about that. And it is not a surprise or it is not a shock element. So, same way, product backlog item, again, when I told you, it is the repository, okay? Call it as the repository. It has all the requirements that needs to be worked upon. So, if something is not mentioned, if something is not there, if product backlog does not contain any item or any requirement, that means it will not be executed. How it will execute, right? Because everyone will go to product backlog to check. And if you want any development, if you want any requirement to be worked upon, please mention in that. If nobody will go out of their flow and you know have this visualization or have this understanding that okay, we want to do something extra, something more. No, first of all, there is a time crunch, and second, nobody will go out of the scope because product backlog is our scope. Okay, it binds us, it restricts us to the what to do part. So that is one important thing. Next point is product backlog is never complete. Now this is a very how I say, it's a very practical and realistic point. So till your project is over, till you have finished every requirement, it will never be complete. When I say complete, that means it will be ever evolving. Even till the last release, the customer might come and tell us, okay, please work on this, or do we need to change this requirement, or we need to tweak this requirement. So that means it's always dynamic. There are always some or the other changes. Like, for example, imagine you are towards the end of the year and you are maybe a soap manufacturing company, okay, just for hypothetical reasons, and then you realize, okay, that's a Diwali time, that's Halloween time, that's, Christmas is approaching, that's family time, so you actually want to promote your his or her shampoo along with baby shampoo. So you want to come up with a family package of the products, and you want to promote that. So you want that kind of development to happen. You want that kind of website announcements, or you want that kind of changes in your website and web applications. So you come to our team and you tell them. So earlier it was not there, though it is a part of scope. It might be done in future, but then you changed as a customer, you change the priority. You say, no, our advertising or marketing strategy has evolved and we want to have this, and then that comes as a urgent or high priority requirement or backlog. So as per customer requirement, okay, if you're working on their website as a technical team, so they want some changes, they want some products coming together, and they want their videos and flashing their images. So this is just a very simple example, and but many a times in real life, such scenario happens. There can be any, so New Year's or any particular festivals or any particular company vision, mission, or company important company related important events. So for that, there can be change in the uh, priority or order. Okay, so that's why it is never complete. It is always dynamic, and that's what last point also we discussed. So while we are working on the requirements, there can be the change in priority in order depending on the customer's demand. Okay. Any doubts in this, guys? It is very important. Once you understand what is product backlog, there is no going back. You will be on your own. Any doubts? Anyone? Yes? No?
No, Prerna.
No.
Guys, unmute.
No.
No? Everyone clear?
Yeah.
Super. Super.
Yes.
Super. Okay, so let us continue further. So here, can we see these hands with product backlog, feature A, B, C, and as per priority, and then estimating, creating and refining. So product owner is always creating and refining, means he or she is always updating the product backlog items as per priority, that highest priority one up at the top, lowest at the bottom, and like that. And they're always maintaining this list. So on the same lines, let us understand the 2 points mentioned on the right hand side. Yeah. Any two people who have not spoken or discussed till now can read out the 2 points. Yeah, one by one. Go ahead. Two different people, please.
The
The product-
product backlog.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, one by one.
The product backlog is a prioritized set of the request for desired product functionality and contains all the necessary items to complete the product release.
Yes. And next point.
The
Thank you,
product
Swarupa.
backlog breaks down requests
Mhm.
into a series of tasks for the development team and is an essential component to guide your agile development team.
Yes. Thank you so much, Pono. So what it says is that it is a that we have already studied. It is a prioritized set of requirements. Okay, it is a definitely set of requirements, or it is a set of all the to-do work items given by the customer. When I say work item, that means requirement, that means functionality. Okay, and it contains all necessary items to complete the product release. And when we say these are set of requirements or set of to-do work items. These items are completely and properly mentioned. Like you just can't mention that, okay, add an image in the website. No, it is not a user story, it is not a proper requirement. So you have to be very specific that, okay, there will be a particular image, the image will be given, in the form of JPG or whatever. So this image needs to be added. I'm giving a very, very, very simple and very primary level example. Okay, so this image will be added on the home page as a banner of this website, or this video to be played as a trailer or as a promotional video on the home page of the website, or so this is just an example, but there will be in detail explanation of things about how they needs to be done, how they needs to be developed. Okay, so that's why the product functionalities and contains all the necessary information regarding the release. So for this sprint, all the information related to sprint is mentioned. The next point is product backlog breaks down requests into series of tasks for development team, and it is an essential component to guide your agile development. So now the example which I gave you was very preliminary, very simple. So it did not require breaking down of the that particular requirement, right? You knew that, okay, there will be an image, the image is provided, that needs to be added. Now imagine there is some functionality. Now the customer wants that, okay, the user should come in, they should click on a button, then there should be a form, and there will be some information that you want to take from user, maybe in the form of surveys. And then from that information, you should create a poll that, okay, which kind of customer wants what, so multiple things the customer wants to do. So again, this is also a comparatively realistic and practical and simple example. But imagine if there is some complexity, there is something that needs to be further done, and there needs to be something that needs some technical changes to be done, some addition, some logic to be run. You want to see a dynamic or live poll once you submit the survey. So all the information that is given by the customer, that needs to be processed real time, and there should be data getting generated from that. So one or the other, there are multiple requirements which needs to be, or multiple things that needs to happen in the background. So all these things, what we need to be worked upon, what kind of requirements we are looking at, what kind of functionality we need to develop, what kind of data we need to show, how the poll should look like, or whatever the customer has asked, all those things needs to be mentioned in super detail, in step-by-step manner. Okay, when you or me or any development team member, even as a BA, they are not technical people. We are studying for a business analyst, and as the name suggests, we have to analyze business. We are not tech experts. So still we should be able to understand that it has to be mentioned in such simple and straightforward words. Everybody with me on this? Yes.
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 Any doubts? Any doubts? Now let me ask you a couple of questions. Yeah, someone was saying something. Yeah, I missed who it was. May I know? May I know you? Someone was saying something. Okay. So let me check your understanding a little bit. So maybe imagine you are sitting in an interview. There is a proper interview happening, and there's an interviewer, and you're all dressed up in professional attire and all ready. Your resume is with them, and you're sitting in a cabin, and they ask you that, okay, are you aware of product backlog? Uh, you know, who is the person who manages product backlog? What would be the answer?
Product owner.
Product owner.
Product owner. Perfect. And the next question that might come along with this is there anyone besides product owner who manages the product backlog? Does
No.
anyone have access to it?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Perfect. Perfect. How product owner manages the product backlog? How means on what two grounds? That is as per how product backlog is arranged as per
As per the priority by the customer.
perfect, as per priority by the customer and as per the order. Priority means high priority items at the top and low priority at the bottom. And order means what is the sequence. You know, the basic example that we always take, that if you want to log into your bank account, the first step will always be login page, right? So same way, what is the order of development? Okay, that is one. Next is, can we have multiple product backlogs?
No,
No.
Mm.
Okay,
because
the
it's hard
answer
to.
to it is yes. The answer to it is, see, it is, if you even get a yes or no answer, please try to mention it is advisable not to have multiple product backlog. Okay, there can be, see, there is no hard and fast rule, or theoretically it is not mentioned that you can't have. Okay, it's a trick question, that's why I was asking. So the answer should be, it is always advisable to have one product backlog item, as it is easier for maintaining and following, by the team. It is easier to maintain by the product owner. It is easier for the team to access and to understand. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So are you guys all comfortable with till the time, till this point that we have discussed product backlog item? If somebody asks you a couple of questions, do you feel that you are confident enough to answer? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Prerna.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now, I have one request on this, okay? As we keep mentioning, but we are not getting the expected response. And this is for all of your benefit, okay? There is no benefit that any trainer or guru schools directly get out of it, but it is for your benefit. So whatever topic we have discussed till now, and even after this, what Gaurav sir will continue teaching, I would really love to see you guys preparing small videos of this topic. When I say small videos means, you have to, sit in a well lit area where there is proper lighting, your face is visible, you are properly dressed, like, not in the house clothes and pajamas and stuff, maybe in a proper Western attire or comfortable attire that you are in. And you have to record yourself mentioning this topic. Okay, when I'm say mentioning this topic means, you can have the video or your personal your personal notes in front of you. You can simply read these notes and you can talk about this topic, that okay, hi, my name is Sujata, or my name is Ponu, or my name is Jack, and today we learn about this topic, and let me explain that to you. And you can talk on this, or you can read these topic details in front of the camera for minimum, I would say, 1.5 or 2 minutes, or max 3 minutes. Okay, why this activity? I have told you to do this activity, but you might ask why Prerna is asking. It has multiple benefits to you. First of all, the first and foremost benefit that we have always mentioned is, these kind of videos are collated together and they are put in the YouTube link, or other channels, might be websites, but majorly on the YouTube link of Guruschools. So what happens when an organization has such videos, those are generally attracted by the HR, or the human resource personnel, or talent acquisition team worldwide. So your face directly goes to the HRs of multiple organizations, and they are watching that, okay, these are the people, these are the candidates who are getting trained, one who are ready to place. So that's one thing. Second most important factor of doing this is, as you are speaking in front of camera, I'm not saying it is going to be very easy peasy. If you are a camera friendly person, then it will definitely, but then still at the beginning, at the initial stage, recording yourself might feel little strange as we are not used to it, but then please keep it up. Okay, still record yourself, record shorter videos, maybe 1 minute for the beginning, or maybe 1.5 minutes, and then 2 to 3 minutes. How it helps is, first of all, you become very confident. All the self consciousness goes away after a couple of minutes. As you keep looking at yourself, you know how to speak, you know where to look. You are getting confident in your own skin that, okay, I can speak like this. And while you're getting confident about speaking, the same kind of confidence we require for interviews, for mock interviews, for interview preparation, right? So if you're speaking properly and confidently in front of camera, and assuming that there is an audience, they are listening to you, you will be definitely confident while giving interviews. And last but not the least, advantage for you is the topic while you're speaking, while you're discussing, while you're sharing, while you're telling, is that gets refined. That gets very much clear in your mind. So you feel confident by speaking in front of camera, and by knowing the topic in detail quite well. Everybody with me on this? Yes?
Yes.
Have you understood what needs to be done?
Yes.
Or yeah, only couple of people. What about others? Yes. So will you try to attempt to create such videos? Because we earlier used to have so many videos, our phone memory used to get full, and we do have collection of those videos on YouTube channel, but we really want to see your videos. So will you prepare some videos, at least one or two, on, and by the way, it is on any topic you feel that product backlog, why I mentioned this topic, because it is the fresh topic that we learned today. But if you want to talk about requirement gathering, you're most welcome. If you talk about sprint planning, you're most welcome. If you talk about any other topic that we have learned or which you are confident about, you can create videos. Okay. But as we were learning about this topic, I mentioned this topic. Everybody with me on this?
Yes, Prerna.
Yes.
Prerna,
Yes, thank you.
I have a request. Like where I saw
Mm-hmm.
only one video, like last week's one. The previous ones, how to see? We'll get any audios like that one, Prerna.
Okay, I will check with Gaurav sir if he has any available in his phone, or we will also check about the links that we had prepared the collation, or we have uploaded some of the videos on YouTube. So we will check internally and we will respond to that.
Sure, sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
we will
Thank you.
share those in the group. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, guys. I actually wanted to share this a couple of days back, but I'm glad we could discuss this. So really looking forward to multiple videos with your interesting topics, or maybe the same topic, doesn't matter, but please come forward and do this activity. So yeah, without spending much time, let me invite Gaurav. Gaurav, sir, are you there? I guess he's there. Yeah. Should I
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
my screen share,
Yes.
Gaurav?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I can
Thank
take this.
you. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay.
All right. So right now, you guys were looking at backlog and backlog refinement. Can someone tell me that when you hear or listen about backlog refinement, what is the purpose behind backlog refinement or backlog grooming? Who can tell me? Anyone? The question is to all of you. You see here, and this you did see creating and refining, right? Did you see that? Yes or no? And I want everyone to participate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what is backlog refinement? Who can tell me? See, we have spoken enough about it. I personally have discussed before this as well, but I just want to check whether you remember it or not.
It is
The process of reviewing.
it is the
Hmm.
meeting before the sprint starts.
Yeah. Okay.
Backlog grooming meeting.
Yeah. So okay. And what is the purpose of refining and grooming?
To know what are all the plans and like there is any backlog, or what are the requirements, or that we'll discuss prior before the meeting, so that we'll get ready for that
Yeah.
sprint meeting.
To understand the requirement, user story, simplify it, and convert them into 3C. 3C, you remember? Yesterday I spoke about 3C. Other than Geeta, who remember 3C? What are 3C in user story? Who can tell me?
Card,
Other than what is the first one?
card,
Card
Arts, conversation,
and
and
comments.
information.
brilliant. Thank you. Thank you for remembering that. I really appreciate it. Glad that you remember it. Now let's move further to the next statement here. We are talking more about backlog management. So you know so far that product owner, you are responsible. So is this slide done or this is not done yet? Just quick check with you all.
Not
No.
Not yet. Okay. So we'll go one by one. So the first bullet says that you are responsible for product, as a product owner, you are responsible for product backlog management to maximize the value of the product. When we say maximize the value, it means also that simplifying the requirement. Okay. So simplifying the requirement, making sure that it is impacting the customers in a right way. And this product backlog is owned by whom? Is owned by whom?
Product owner.
product
Product owner.
Product owner. Yeah. And this is the single source of truth which contains all the work to be done on the product. When we say single source of truth of all the work to be done, it means that all about the requirement. You will have to make some choices. Someone wants to say something. I just quickly want to check. 1, 2, 3. No. Okay. So you will have to make some choices about what to build first and what to build later, but also what to build and what not to build. So here we will be looking at that. Here we are defining the scope. What we are defining?
Scope.
Scope. And have we also spoken about? No, we have not spoken about that. So we define here scope because we say what to build means what is included in the software and what not to build means excluded in the software. So inclusion and exclusion has to be clearly stated. Okay. Say for example, we are taking the one text box. Okay. Just say for example, there is one text box on a website which says that this text box can only read the alphabets. Okay. Only read the alphabet. So inclusion means what? What customer's requirement is that? You can enter what inside it?
The product backlog.
No. Listen, what I said that there is a requirement which says that one text box can only accept the alphabets. Okay. So here, when you are understanding the requirement, what is included in this requirement? What I,
Alphabet.
yeah,
Alphabet.
text box will take the alphabet, but it may also say that if it takes only alphabet, it means that it is not going to
Take the
take
numbers.
Number.
yeah, it is not going to take the special character. Okay, fine. So your inclusion is defined, right? And your exclusion is also defined. Okay. So when you are before giving the software or application in which this text box is there, your team will check for acceptance of alphabet, right?
Yes.
yes.
Because it says that it only accepts the alphabet. What else it will check?
Numbers also numeric.
Means to special
But
character.
it will check what? A special character, right? Someone said. So special character, should it accept or not? What they should check?
It should not accept special character.
Yeah, it should not accept the special character, but it should accept
Only
alphabet. Alphabet. Are we going to check anything else?
Hmm.
Are we going to check anything else? Because in inclusion, it is clearly mentioned only alphabet will be accepted. In exclusion, it was clearly mentioned that special character was not accepted, so will not be accepted. What else we are going to check?
Image.
Are we going? Okay. Are we? See, again, I'm repeating. The requirement says that the text box will accept only alphabet, and it clearly states special character will not be accepted. And that's the reason you checked before delivering. Okay, the text box is accepting the alphabet and not accepting the special character. Apart from this, are you going to also check anything else?
Numbers.
Numbers. Okay, but number is not mentioned. Do you still are you still going to check?
Capital letters or small
No.
letters? Alphabets, small alphabets or capital alphabets?
Yeah, alphabet includes everything. Now coming back to number, someone said, I think who said? Jubran, you said, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So why you are going to check numbers? Number does not mention anywhere.
It's alphanumeric.
Yeah, but see, we are talking only about inclusion and exclusion. What to build, what not to build. So if clearly mention alphabet in what to build, clearly mention special character in not to build, then why you are checking numbers?
It's not necessary.
Because they are
Any
not
other?
they are
Yeah.
not alphabets.
Because they are not alphabets. Absolutely right. It means that you are just not only checking what to build, but also you are checking what not to build. And also, if anything is assumption, you are going to check that as well. In fact, in your requirement, you are going to write the assumption. Okay? With me? Yes, no?
Yes.
Because you assumed, right? If alphabet, if numbers are not mentioned and numbers are not alphabet, let's assume to check that as well. Okay, and in you clearly state, because it is assumed, Mr. Client, I'm going to check this based on assumption. Later, client come back and say that okay, your assumption is right or wrong. Okay, possible, doable? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, further, it says that the main tool to manage the product and gain predictability is the backlog. So, based on the backlog, only you identify the dependency and you understand the priority. In fact, you see that what all details are there in the backlog for the software, whether it is emerging as uh, you know usable product, and second, whether this based on this emerging, can you have it estimated? Okay, can you have it estimated? That's number three. And also, if it can be prioritized. Whatever I said, its full form is what, as full form is, let me write. What? No. I said it has to be detailed, right? It has to be emergent, okay? And it has to be it has been estimated, and it has been prioritized. This is the acronym of what?
Deep.
Deep. So I'm talking about backlog. I'm not talking about user story. For user story, we have learned invest. Okay. See, these are not part of the notes over here. This is what I'm just telling you from imprecision. What is imprecision? Who can tell me? What is imprecision? Are you going through Scrum Guide? Yes, no? Guys, are you going through Scrum Guide? I have asked you to go through the Scrum Guide. If you are not going to go through, if you are not going through Scrum Guide, please do that, because that will let you become the more agile. What is the meaning of imprecision? Who can tell me? Any idea?
Valuing
Yeah,
some.
go. Okay. Imprecision is means coming from the experience, okay, of many years on many terminologies. Okay. So this word is used in Scrum Guide in itself. Okay. Got it, everyone? Yes, no? Please tell if
Yes.
you're understanding what I'm telling. Just give me a second, guys. So, and next it says that, but if it grows uncontrollably, the value it provides diminishes. So, as a product owner, you will make sure it does not grow uncontrollably. And timely sprint backlog and timely sprint timely prioritization of the product backlog is happening, timely backlog refinement is happening, timely sprint planning is happening, and timely these product backlog when turning into sprint backlog are becoming the part of sprint goals. Okay, and if you can have such practices, then you can make sure that this is under control. Okay, otherwise it will continue to bleed. Okay, things will not be in your hand, things will be out of budget, things will be out of control, things will be out of time, things will be delaying. Okay, and for that very reason the refinement is that necessary, and that's the reason the planning takes place. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, everyone understanding what I am trying to tell?
Yes.
Jubran, Aparna.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Kajal is not there today. Okay. Fine. No problem. An unreasonably long backlog is a major pain point for many agile teams. So when we say long backlog, it means that you have to make sure that backlog has been slickiest one. When I say slickiest one, in this invest criteria, there is S. S means small. It has to be make small. You have to make it small. Okay. With me so far, everyone? So make sure that this has been broken down further into the smaller chunks in the consumable manner. Everyone understanding what I am saying?
Yes.
Anyone who is not understanding? I can only hear one person participating, and that is only Geeta. Aparna, Jubran, Ponnu, you and Kajal, you also can speak up. Okay, feel free. Yeah. So now, so when you see this, okay, when you see this, guys, okay, this is the typical example of that how product backlog flows through sprint backlog and work tell me the sprint duration in this picture. What is the sprint duration on this picture? Who can tell? What is the length of this sprint? Just looking at the picture, can someone tell me what is the duration of this?
20
21.
days.
21.
Days.
Okay, someone said 21 as well.
Yes. Yes.
20 days.
21.
Okay, why you are saying 21?
24 hours plus 20 days.
Okay, so we need to understand this. This is indicating that this is the product backlog. Okay, product backlog gets prioritized and become the part of sprint planning meeting. Okay, and here we define the sprint goal and make it work in the sprint. Okay, every single day you when you work, so after every 24 hours you discuss in the daily stand up meeting what did you do, what did not you do, or what you are planning to do, and any impediment is there. So this meeting happens after every 24 hours. This is indicating that. Okay, so any sprint, what is the general duration of a sprint?
2 weeks.
So what is the length I'm asking? What is the
2 weeks.
What is minimum and what is maximum? Tell me.
Minimum from 1 week to maximum is 4 weeks.
4 weeks. If you are speaking the
3 weeks.
definition of 4 weeks, yeah, it is right. 4 weeks is maximum. Okay, 1 week is minimum. You are right. But when you are saying that a sprint duration is 1 week to 4 weeks, I'm asking you, tell me the duration of this. Why you are speaking in days?
2
So
weeks.
again,
3 weeks.
2 weeks.
how come 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
10 days.
10
One.
days of
2 of the working days.
10 working days. So how many weeks?
So 10 days is 2 weeks. So 10 days, 2 weeks. So 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Why you are saying then 3 weeks, then 1 week? It is 4 weeks. It is of 20 working days. Okay, it is clearly mentioning over here that it is of 20 days. It means how many weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. So be smart and try to identify this. This 24 hours is indicating to what? This 24 hours indicating to what?
As you said, it's a discussion of the sprint.
Is the indication that your daily stand-up will only happen after how many hours?
24.
24
After
hours.
24 hours.
It means every single day. If today at 10 a.m. we are having daily stand-up meeting, again tomorrow 10 a.m. we will have daily stand-up meeting. Got it?
Yes,
Yes.
And how long this daily stand-up will work?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Right. Now let's move further. Okay. Okay. Now it says that for product owner, for product backlog management, what you need to make sure that you are prioritizing. Okay. So there are various techniques to prioritize. Okay. One technique which I have told, anyone remember? What is that technique?
Moscow.
Yes, you are right. The first technique is Moscow. What is the another technique?
Stack ranking.
Yes, brilliant. I really like that. Stack ranking. Anything else? Anything else? So Moscow is one technique. Stack ranking is another technique. Another one is Kano analysis. Okay. And Kano analysis. Then value mapping. Okay. So Moscow, full form of the Moscow is what?
Must be done.
Moscow means MO for?
Must.
Yeah, this is for must have, but also most wanted. S is for
Should.
should have. CO is for
Could have.
Could have.
and W is for
Want it.
won't have. Right. And when you say stack ranking, this is the name. This is the simple numerical value that at the top you will always have the
High priority.
prioritized 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4, and then so on. So the topmost priority will be on the 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. It will be called as stack ranking. What is Kano analysis? Kano analysis is that you will have a different type of products. When you will prioritize, you will prioritize in delighter. Okay, is the first delighter. Okay, delighter, then better, delighter, better. Okay, and delighter, better. Wait a second. Let me recall. I'm just forgetting this.
Satisfy.
Uh-huh. Anyone is trying to remember? Okay. So wait. So must have, I told you, yeah, delighter, better. I think there was only 3 or what. So yeah, sorry. So delighter, better, and basics. Okay. Delighter, better, and basics. So there will be 3 level of prioritization. The first is basics, the second one is better, and the third one is delighter. With me so far?
Yes.
And the value mapping will always go ahead with a similar sequential way, 1, 2, 3, just like stack ranking. Okay, you will make sure that you are able to manage the product backlog properly. Review the backlog periodically, and for that, to review the backlog periodically, frequently, how will you review them? Can we have any special meeting organized for them? Yes, no? Okay, so in this meeting, you can you can review the backlog, every single backlog. In which meeting? In which meeting? Any idea? I'm writing the acronym for this. Which meeting you can just review it? In backlog, yes, backlog refinement call or backlog grooming meeting. Okay. You have to make sure that you are deleting all the item that you are not going to do. Okay. Keep items you are not ready for off the backlog. Okay. Always those will remain in the backlog. Do not add tasks unless you plan to do them soon. So please, unnecessarily, you are not going to stack up the backlog item. Always prioritize. See, I don't know whether I can share this with you or not. Let me quickly check. Have I shown you backlog items in Jira? Yes or no? Earlier? Have I shown you? Yes, no?
No, I think so. Only stories you should have shown.
No, I have also shown. See, this is the backlog. Here you
Yeah.
see, there are multiple backlog. What you need to do is this: just drag them into the sprint and then start the sprint. I have shown you, I think, multiple times. Yes.
Sorry, I forgot
Show this.
the name.
Are you able to see Jira over here? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Fine. Super. Now let's go ahead. Stick to one product backlog. You won't have multiple product backlog. You don't have to do it yourself. Review the timeline. In every sprint review meeting, you can review the timeline. When you can review the timeline, everyone?
Sprint review meeting.
A sprint review meeting. Okay. Also, not everything has to be user story. Know what is on. So when you are creating the backlog, it means that, of course, that epics. So you know that first requirement is there. It will be broken down into the surface level, high level of requirement, and those will be called as epics. What they will be called as?
Epics.
Epics. When you will break them down and simplify, these will become what? User stories. Okay. Yes. No.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And user story may have the subtask. Okay. User story may have the subtask, and the subtask may have the defects. Yeah. The subtasks may have the defects, and epics can have also directly defects. Okay. And they may have the task as well in parallel. With me so far? Yes. No?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, whenever you are creating a project, and these all will become the part of what? Just now I said that word. These all will become the part of what?
Product
Just
backlog.
now.
Product
These
backlog.
are product backlog, and product backlog are the part of what?
The requirements.
And those requirement is the part of what? Project.
Yeah, project.
Yeah. So whenever you are creating project in Jira, there are two type of project. How many type of project?
Two types.
Two project.
Yeah, one is team managed project, and second one is company managed project. Okay, what is the first one?
Team managed
Project and company managed project. Okay, just take a note of it. You might be asked as a senior Scrum Master for this. Okay, or a business analyst for this. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
Say for example, I'll just give you a quick demo because I touch base this point. I don't know. It has been open since long. And say, for example, if I need to create a project, I clicked on the create project button. Did you see that? Did you see or you didn't see?
No, sir.
Okay. So there was I clicked on the project button. On what did I click?
Project.
Okay. Why it is not going back? Yeah. You see here the project button?
Yes.
I clicked on this, and then it had the option to create. What the option it had?
Create.
Yeah. So let it take a pause so that I can click back. Okay, it is still revolving. It has to be responsive. While it is taking time. Okay. Not everything has to be user story. Know what is your product backlog. Reorder the product backlog continuously. When you prioritize, you can just move them up and down. And you know how to move them up and down. I have shown you. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Drag
Guys,
and
do you pay attention? Yeah, drag and drop. You are right. Okay. Anyone else you have seen or not seen? I have shown you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And the product backlog should not be complete. Why it should not be complete? Tell me why product backlog should not be complete.
still we'll add the requirements if needed.
Yeah, you continue to add the requirement. What will happen if you won't have the requirement?
Um,
What? Yeah, tell me what will happen if you don't have the requirement, guys?
will not get the product as the customer's requirement based on that.
Okay, and then what will happen if your client will not give you the product as a requirement? What will happen then?
Will not be able to give the value product as they
It's not
Yeah,
that.
if there is no product, and of course you won't be able to not able to provide the value. But I am asking for the major impact, how it is, on what level it may impact, and to whom it will impact. See, first thing is that why product backlog should not be empty. Okay, so what should be the answer? What will happen if product backlog goes empty? You said you won't be able to give the value. So why you won't be able to give the value? Because there will not be any requirement. So if there is no requirement, what will happen then further?
we don't know what to work on, how to
You
start.
don't. Okay, you don't know what to work on. Of course, you won't know what to work on because you won't have work to work on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So in that case, what may happen?
Not done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me. Quite obvious answer. What will happen if you won't have work to work? You won't have tasks to work. What will happen? Guys,
We
Mission
what you
is
are doing?
uh,
You
will
are,
not be able to assign the work to the developers.
yeah, if work will be there, you will be able to assign. If there is no work, what you will be doing?
Sit idle.
Sit idle. And in that case, how long you may sit idle?
And depending on still we get the requirement.
And yeah, what if requirement is not coming?
You don't
If requirement, yeah, go ahead.
have to do.
Come again. I could not hear. Come again.
Don't have any job to do.
You won't have any job to do. And
Hmm.
if in case you won't have any job to do, would you be sitting idle for longer in that company?
No.
Will company let you sit for that long?
No.
No.
No. So do you understand the importance of not keeping the backlog empty? Oh, sorry, keeping the. Are you understanding the impact when a backlog becomes empty?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And do you also understand the importance why not to keep the backlog empty?
Yes.
Yeah?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So as a not only Scrum Master, but also any Scrum team member or even the business analyst, it's your responsibility to make sure that your product backlog is always healthy and it is having the backlog items in it. With me so far, everyone?
Yes, sir.
yes.
You have realized the importance of keeping it full?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mm.
Good, good, good. Now my system is not responding somehow. I really don't know. It is doing drama over here. Any questions so far, guys? Any question? Any question? Let me go back over here. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, the product backlog should not be complete. Focus on what and why. Okay. What you have to do, why you have to do. If you will clear, you will be clear on this, your how will be easier. Okay. You will develop your 3C very easily. put it on the wall. You can have the everything in column like to do, doing, and done into the moving as a sticky note. You can paste with the multiple task name in to do column, doing column, and done column. And the more if to do task is moving towards doing, you can just pluck it and paste it, okay, into the doing column. From doing, if it is moving towards the done, you can paste it there. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is more than customer or business value. Keep stakeholders updated. So this is your responsibility to keep them updated. Okay. As a product owner, you are going to update. You are going to update whom?
Stakeholders.
Stakeholders. Now you as a team, you are a self-organizing. Now the organizing word has been removed from where?
Scrum Guide.
Scrum Guide, and it has become self-managed team. What kind of team?
Self-managed team.
Self-managed team. Okay. So it's a self-managed and cross-functional team. When we say cross-functional, what does it mean? When we say cross-functional means different expert from the different function are coming together. Okay. And that's the reason they are called as cross-functional. Okay. So we will be looking at it in the next coming days. A quick one word I would like to invite you to speak so that we can take it towards the closer. One word from Jubran. What do you feel like saying if you have learned something and if you remember to speak up?
Yes, it was an excellent lecture.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear from Geeta. Geeta, what do you feel like saying? One word that you remember and will take away.
Takeaway is like interacting with you.
Interacting. Okay. Interaction. Okay. Kajal, what do you feel like saying? One word that comes in your mind.
Today I learned about product backlog. It is very important to keep fully full and healthy.
Yeah, keeping backlog healthy is important. That's what you learn. Thank you so much. Aparna, what do you feel like saying? One word that comes in your mind? Okay, yeah,
No,
Aparna, go ahead.
new learning about the product has been done.
Product backlog, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ponu, what do you feel like saying? One word that comes in your mind?
Today, the session helped me to understand the clear prioritization and planning about it.
Prioritization and planning. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Take care and have a good night.